So it's time for another deal for this 2021, now 2022 of course. But in this episode I'm going to give you guys the top 10 laptops, or let's say top 9 laptops for just under 30k. From gaming, online teachers, virtual assistant, work from home, online school, you name it. So with that being said, let's proceed to the video. Before we begin this video, go hit the thumbs up button, get subscribed and tap on the notification bell. That really supports the channel. And with that said, more videos coming soon. So the first one is the BR1100 FKA. So if you want a durable laptop with 11.6 inches, the N4500 is really good processor with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. The Asus BR1100 FKA brings you to the table when it comes to its military 810G standard. 30 megapixel front-facing camera, and let's not forget to mention its own different configuration from non-touch that you can get for a more budget price point of just $17,295 or the $19,995 variant that has touchscreen, or you can get different options with Microsoft 365. So this is a really solid deal, especially for students who wanted to have a better megapixel webcam or something that they can carry around. Moving on to the next one is the Dell R9 Pro. So you're getting a more later version of the Intel Celeron N5095. With Intel UHD 600 series, this is an HD 15.6 inch laptop that is really compelling despite its specification at $18,999. So around 20 to 22k ish for this kind of laptop. So this one is in flash deal, so if you're watching this video already quite late, the price is already been changed. So you have a 0.3 megapixel webcam, 15.6 HD display, already mentioned earlier. You can get a really great color option if you're going to aim for some different variants. This is a solid laptop for students only and for home use. So for online teachers, virtual assistant, this next one is the best laptop. The Infinix ZenBook X1. We all know Infinix when it comes to smartphones like the Hot 10 Play, the Note 11s, and the Hot 11, which this is something that is a really great laptop for the budget flavor. The i3-105G1, this is a really great CPU that you guys should check this one out on the top eye corner, where we have reviewed the similar CPU on the Dell Inspiron 3015. 14-inch display with Full HD, 8 gigs of RAM and a 256 gig SSD and Intel UHD 620. This laptop is really a great budget deal option for a lot of people who wanted to buy a laptop right now. And this one has a full metal body, and I do say Infinix is making a first generation notebook on its own. With the i5 version, for $29,299, you're getting a really more compelling performance with a 512GB SSD. This is actually our number 4, but this one is considered a wild card. So understandably, the ZSC Mall is also a wild card with the Ryzen 7 2nd generation. 2700U for $29,69190. You're getting the best configuration of 8 gigs of RAM and a 512GB SSD. But for the 64GB 8GB variant, 2656760 is really quite okay. So you have a 2.2K display. Let's not forget to mention that this one has Bluetooth 5.0, 5 to 8 hours of battery life, a backlit keyboard. Oh man, you're getting a really great laptop for this kind of value. And of course, I do say when it comes to warranty, 3 years warranty, 1 year free, 2 years cost maintenance. That is really good. But for the price, I do say that having 8 gigs and a 512 is the best bet. But if you go for my Ben laptop, MyBook M543, it is also a solid laptop despite its budget flavor. You have a Ryzen 3 4300U that is already quite dated, but this one, you can still play games on a budget, especially if you're going to aim for a 15.6 with ADS screen. So this is an anti-glare panel that promises 6 hours of battery life, 51.28 watt-hour, and to me this is really a solid laptop that I do say for $29,653 you're getting the 512GB variant with 8GB and 256 for the $26,239 price point, but I do recommend having the 512 because it's way better. And if you want to get the 16 gigs, $31,643. Get the deals. with the voucher code, you'll get the best option. For $28,990, the HP 14S is a decent laptop with HD display, which is not really 1080p, but I still prefer 1080p in 2021. But at least the 3250U is quite an okay processor as well. I do say that upgrading your memory to 8 gigs is the best option. So however, we're going to put this one on our deal list, which it has 256GB SSD, AMD Ryzen 3 3250U processor. It is really a sleek looking laptop for this kind of price value. When we come to the two Dell versions, we have the Dell Inspiron 15 3000 series. So it has been redesigned on the 11th gen platform, especially when it comes to its build quality that is more better compared to the previous gen. You will find that out on our full review on the Dell Inspiron 3015 with the 10th gen. So it has the 1115G4, which is an i3 version, 8GB of RAM, 128GB SSD, HDMI webcam. This one is actually a really good laptop for the budget, especially for online teaching, virtual assistant, and schoolworks. So you have 8GB of RAM, 128GB SSD, like I said earlier, Intel UHD graphics, and of course, it has Full HD non-touch, which is still a VA panel, so it's not an IPS display, but it is a really good value for $27,495. And last but not least is the Dell Inspiron 15.6-inch Full HD touchscreen laptop. So this one is a 3rd generation Ryzen 5, which is the 3250U processor, 15.6-inch Full HD display with touch support, and let's not forget to mention you have a really good value-oriented laptop, 8 gigs, 256, and this is actually a really compelling unit. For $31,695, you can get a better deal by the use of voucher codes to make it more better in terms of purchasing. So with that said, those are the top 9 laptops for under 30k. Let me know down in the comments, and yes, of course, there will be no dedicated GPU. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. But don't forget to leave a like, share to your friends, get subscribed, and with that, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.